Hello traders and welcome to PL Capital's Market Review. Today is Saturday, December 17th. And the title of this video is It's a Trap. And the question is, who's it a trap for, the bulls or the bears? So I want to start off by looking at the Nasdaq actually. This is the 4-hour chart of the futures market for the Nasdaq. And I find it very interesting where the market ended on Friday. So from the October low to last Tuesday's high, we retraced almost to the penny, 61.8%. So this red line is the 61.8%. That's 11,261.25, and we got down to 11,275. So 14 points away from this exactly hitting the 61.8. If we just slide over to the ES, this is the S&P futures contract. 50% of that whole move is 3855.25, and that is exactly to the tick where the low came on Friday. And so, 50% and 61.8%, those are obviously very attractive zones if you're a bull. You have this big up move, retrace into two very popular zones. So bulls got to be going, okay, we've had a retrace and now we're going back up. So who's being set up here? And I've been in the camp that, this is probably just the start of, we're coming down to take out this low. But this whole structure here has really been ugly for me. I've been fooled a couple of times. And so I just found it odd that they're stopping at these zones here. And so it's making me relook at this. So it's obviously very corrective. I mean, there's nothing impulsive about this at all. But I'm just wondering if this whole move here wasn't a leading diagonal. And then you had this big move down. And it really doesn't matter if it's 3 ways or 5. I've actually, when I really drill down, I can almost make a case that, this is 1, 2, 3, and then there's 3 up here, and then there's 3 down here, and then down here it gets really small. The waves get really small, but I can almost see 5 waves. So that'd be a diagonal. And then what if this whole thing is like, there's a 1, 2, we got a 3, you got a 4, you got your 5, comes down in 3, and then goes up in a diagonal. So this whole move then would be A, B, C. So then what if this whole thing this is all, they're creating a running flat here. So let me just draw these lines out. Boom. So this is all just one big massive correction. So you got your leading diagonal for A, and it's A, B, C, coming down here for B. We're going back up one more time for C. And then we're coming down. Like, and this would be perfect place where bulls want to enter right here. So I'm kind of weary, or I just want to be aware of this, that this could be playing out of one big running flat. So right now I've got this move down labeled as an A, B, and then a C. But I do think that if they kind of correct here and they break this low one more time, so basically like Sunday night when the futures market opens, or Monday, so it'd have to be like Monday, because if it comes up into this purple zone, then I think this is an ABC, and I don't, then that's not a running flat. But if they, just kind of chop around here and then come one more time, then I can actually see if I got this, if I'm counting this whole area on Friday got real choppy, a lot of just up and down, a lot of three waves, three waves. But if I count it right, this would be a diagonal then. I'd see five ways. If they break this low, it would have to happen, like I said, Sunday or Monday. Because if it goes up high, then it's not going to happen. But so this would be a diagonal for the C wave. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this little area plays out. If it does come down for a diagonal, I'll definitely be playing an up move because I mean, there has to be a correction. So I'm going to be looking for at least a little three wave. Like if we're totally going down, there has to be a correction. I mean, we'll have five waves. We need some type of little three wave correction and then more down. So, but by going long for a short term trade is definitely doable. And it'll just be a matter of like if it starts to really start pushing up here real high, like I think this is going to turn out to be a running flat. So I'm I'm just going to be very mindful of that's a possibility. At first I was thinking, okay, this, we're totally going down, so it'll, come up into this zone, and this is where I'm going to look to short this market again. But I'm going to be very careful about this now. So if that plays out, we don't know yet. We still need more information on what this down move is all about. But if this area holds, this 618, and then if we look at the S&P, so if we look at the S&P, they're at the 50%. But it looks even better here because this looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this all be your A, your B, your C. This is all the correction. And so, oops. So up here, where is it? Right. So this would also then turn into like a running flat. Come on. It's close enough. So right here. So and then we're going up and then down. So because this for sure looks like a leading diagonal, and it looks three waves to me, but which doesn't matter because this would be the A wave, and then your ABC for B, and then sharp C. So I could see both of those doing that. So just be cautious on this area here and what happens. It seems weird to me because it seems like sentiment has really changed in the market. So I'm thinking like, okay, what is there some catalyst that would make the market want to do what it's been doing? And just it's been very resilient in this area. Right here is the November CPI coming out, 200 points straight up day in the S&P, and then last week's CPI was shot up, but then we totally rejected that. So, but if we look at what's coming on the deck for next week, we've got GDP, and we've got on Friday, we've got the core PCE. So, maybe those are catalysts. Maybe core PCE, it was 5, forecasting 4, 6. Maybe that comes in way low, just like CPI. And we just get a big explosion here going back up. I don't know. So be mindful of that. All right, so that's the market. So let's look at the dollar. And the dollar is looking pretty strong now. So I'm going to zoom way in here. So we definitely, I was thinking that they were going to make an impulse, but this area had to hold and it didn't. So we've got three waves up. That's very clear. 1, 2, and 3. And then we came in, we broke the high of the 1 level. So it's not an impulse, but it's still looking like it's going to create a diagonal. So we'll have 1, 2, 3 for 1. This looks like 3 waves down, and they're just about to break it. So once that level of 104.879 gets taken out, then I'm looking at a diagonal. So we'll have, let's see, this is 3 waves. This will be 1. This will be 3 waves down for 2. Looks like we got, like a 1, 2, and then if they break, it'll be 3, and then I would be looking for 3 ways down for 4 and 3 up for 5. So that's the bull case. And that's what I'm looking for the dollar to do. Because like I said, like we've had this big, massive move down, ABC. Like even if they're going up in 3 waves, it's got to be something bigger. We got to be getting up at least up into this range somewhere. So I'm looking for more up on the dollar. Let's go over to oil. This is the futures contract for oil. And we're rejecting off of this high here. So I was expecting, I think it was last Thursday, I thought they were making an expanding flat up here. But when I look at it now, it looks more like they just created a running flat and then one more up, just broke that previous top by I think it was 2 cents. And now it's getting rejected. So now it's just a matter of, we definitely have a 1, 2, and a 3 waves up. Are they doing 3 waves down? And then, is this A, they came down, this is B, and going back up for one more for C, or is this all the correction and now we're heading down? Too early to tell that, but it's definitely looking like they're going down. So, and that's, when I look at the overall structure of this market, I see this as, 1, 2, 3. So this is 1, and I said, that this area should be like a 2, and they should be coming down for 3, 4, and 5, and that'll complete this C wave. Natural gas. So they made a big ABC. So I was wondering what they were doing here. I thought this might be all the correction, but they came up, and this is definitely just a 3 wave. So that this thing was very confusing here. I was hoping that it was going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, and this thing was just going to be taking off, but no, they don't want to do that. They want to make it too easy. So we got an A, and then it looks like there was a running flat here. It's the only thing I can think of. It's a very ugly running flat, because usually like a running flat would be like 1, 2, 3, and then you come down and then you go up. But it came down so low. That's why I thought it was 1, 2, 1, 2. So the only thing I could really see, I mean, it's obviously, because they came and broke this A level, it's just a 3 wave something, however you want to label it. But that's the only thing I could see, is that it's just a running flat for B, and then they came down real aggressive down for the C wave, and then ripped right off of that low. So it looks to me like the correction is done. So we had 3 waves up here. That's 3, so that'd be, I think they're making a leading diagonal. So that'll be 1. This is ABC. This is 2. And we should be next week just charging, and should be, I would think, taking out this high next week. I mean, they could take their time, I guess, but we'll be heading into the holiday, so it might be light trading. You never know, but I expect the next wave to be coming up, taking this out in three waves, so that we could get our three, and then down for three, for four, and then up for five, and then all that will be your leading diagonal. So definitely looking for more upside. I see a running flat here. So that could be, they could be making like a leading diagonal for this first wave. So we got like three waves, and then it came back in. So maybe a little bit more down. Not sure yet. There is three waves, so they could be doing the usual gap up on Sunday night, and we're off, and creating this a leading diagonal for the first wave of the third wave. So I see more up. And let's just take a quick look at gold here. So, as the Dow is getting strong, obviously gold is going to be selling off. We never did hit that 50% retracement area that I thought we'd be hitting. So this looks like it could be, they could be making a running flat here too. So this could all be a running flat. They might have one more up. So it's hard to say yet. They haven't broken, like, if this level gets taken out, then I think that the top is in. Because this is that last wave up. So if it sells off, then I think maybe the top is in. But if not, this could be a running flat. And so we'll have like a big 1, 2, and then they're like creating like a C wave up here. So we need a little bit more information on what this down wave is doing. It could be done, and we're going up to break this top one more time. But I think once we get up here, that's going to be the end of this move, and it comes back down. And silver, same thing. Now silver did get into the this 50% area, so it did break its top, and I do have 5 waves up now, and I could see this actually. They're in the process of, well, it looks like it's creating like some kind of diagonal because we got overlapping waves. So this could all be, is the first wave in? Yeah, it could be. This first wave could be in, and it's just correcting, and then it's going to be coming down this week. So keep an eye on that. If you're bullish on silver, keep an eye on actually the first couple of days of this week. I mean, this area could be, it's hitting right into that like 50% zone. So it could just kind of stall here and starts heading down. I think that's, oops, I got to move this up here. I think the top might be in for silver. Okay, so that's what I see, guys. Let me know if there's any questions. Good luck to you all, and talk to you during the week. Bye.